Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030, and also Viksit Bharat at 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. So before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. Today is commemorated as World Bird Day on September 6th every year. We celebrate the ultimate symbol of ruggedness on World Bear Day on the first Saturday in September. Times are changing, but the beard has been more than just a fashion statement. It has been considered a sign of manliness since prehistoric times. The beard represents virtues such as strength, wisdom, and even social status in some cultures. This is something about a beard that demands admiration and respect, thus deserves a day of celebration. So before shaving creams and razors were invented, cave dwellers wore beards, even though it is believed that they used clamshells as a substitute for razors. These early humans are usually depicted sporting wild and bushy beards. Sometime around 4000 BC, shaving caught on and beards started being trimmed or chopped off. An early prototype of shaving cream was prepared by the Sumerians in Mesopotamia in the West from going to war by exerting dominance. The beard has held its prestige throughout history. Today, beards are not customary, except in the Arab world, where they are seen as a necessity. Beard trends over the years, including looks such as lumberjack, the biker, and the classic. We don't know the origin of World Bird Day, but some historians state that a day to honor beards was celebrated by the Danish Vikings as far back as 808. And of course, without there was a fantastic source like National Today to ensure that beards are celebrated every year on a specific date and multiple celebrations are held in different regions. Sir Anthony van Dyck, a Flemish artist, painted portraits of aristocrats with pointed beards and mustaches in the 1600s. This style was called the Van Dyck wax, or pomade was used to shape the beard and then groomed with the combs or brushes. The men from the era took their beards very seriously. ensuring that their shape remained intact while they slept. So today is also commemorated as Turkey Vulture Day in US on September 6th. People around the world celebrate International Turkey Vulture Day every year on the first Saturday on September. This year, the day falls on September 6th as an ecological observance aimed at raising awareness. The celebration recognizes the importance of vultures, a unique species of birds in our ecosystem. These birds are constantly living under challenging conditions and face many threats. Beside the negative image that vultures have garnered as scavengers, they are ecologically vital and worth of preservation and care. In this special celebration, we champion the uniqueness of this species. International Turkey Vulture Day is an international celebration created as a global effort coordinated between many governments and animal conservation associations. South Africa and England are some of the first countries to observe this day and organize events and conservation initiatives for vultures. And vulture conservationists are now much better equipped and publicize their efforts. Although vultures are known for their negative image as scavenger birds, they haven't always had this reputation. During ancient times, they constituted a significant iconography for many mythological gods. One of the most prominent examples is Nekhbet, a goddess and a patron of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egyptian royalty, even more, a vulture crowns. One of the most recognizable pieces of archaic clothing as a form of protection in many ancient South American civilizations. Vultures were a significant symbol. Several subspecies of vultures were now distinguished, making them one of the most diverse species in the world. Despite their genetic diversity, and many subspecies of vultures face a conservation crisis that are threatened with extinction. Poisoning is one of the most common causes of death among vultures, especially in Africa. Wind energy collision is also a common cause, notably in Eurasia. Animal poaching and poisoning result in many vulture deaths, as they often rely on dead animals as a source of sustenance. As of early 2000, several programs for breeding and conservation of vultures have been initiated. These programs aim to raise awareness of the issue and its possible implication. As a significant part of our ecosystem, vultures need as much as attention and care as other animals. So according to several studies, there are approximately 9,000 vultures currently alive in the world. They are endangered. Turkey vultures typically inhabit the open country. As such, they are mostly found in parts of Asia, Africa, and even some parts of Europe. There are 23 extant species of vulture. We can distinguish between Old World vultures and New World vultures. The dwindling of the vulture population is a nuanced issue brought about by many circumstances. Reading about the subject is the first step in understanding what its implications are and how the situation can be improved. Join one of the initiatives around the world that focus on saving and growing the vulture population. Make contact with them and see if there is a way by which you can help. Many associations and efforts focused on saving vulture population need assistance. Volunteering or donating money will help to achieve their goals. Despite the negative image they have, vultures are almost harmless to humans. Because of the role they play, vultures are extremely efficient at removing waste and dead animals. As of today, the global vulture population is dwindling despite the important role they play in our ecosystem. They are critically endangered. Vultures cannot make sounds and mostly grunt or hiss. Unlike other brands of birds, like or other birds, vultures are intelligent and realize that loud noises, large objects, and bright lights won't harm them. Vultures are an endangered species and are worthy to our help because of the important role they play in our ecosystem. Despite their discomforting eating habits, they are worthy of preservation. It helps us save an endangered species, and it's a reminder of the difficulties vultures face. As urban sprawling continues and conditions for humans and animals improve, vultures are increasingly challenged as the nature habitat shrinks, and this is one of the main causes of the dwindling of vulture populations. Vultures are considered scary by most, and as such, they are not looked after. Dwindling of the vulture population is still not considered urgent by many. As such, this celebration aims to raise awareness of their plight. Today is also commemorated as Swaziland Independence Day in Eswatini. Swaziland Independence Day is a national holiday held every year on September 6th. It is the official holiday that celebrates Swaziland gaining its independence from Britain in 1960. Britain had ruled over the nation since the year 1903. This is an opportunity for people to celebrate and appreciate their freedom. The day is named after King Shobuzar Ngwen IV, who ruled between 1805 and 1839. The people nicknamed him Simholo, which means wonder. The king is considered the founder of Swaziland. There are local celebrations held around the country during this day, and there is a lot of traditional singing and dancing. Swaziland Independence Day is a national day held every year on September 6th. It is an official holiday that celebrates Swaziland gaining its independence from Britain in 1960. Britain had ruled over the nation since 1903 and took control of Swaziland as a protectorate after the Boer administration collapsed at the end of the Anglo-Boer War. Swaziland was eventually granted formal independence within the Commonwealth, and this day is also called Somholo Day or Sobuza Day. Eswatini or Swaziland is the second smallest country in Africa. The country lost large parts of its territory when the Pretoria Convention of 1881 guaranteed its independence. Swaziland adopted its first constitution in 1964, and this led to meaningful movements towards independence. Self-government was introduced once independence was gained, and this followed now constitution that came in 1967. Swaziland is the only country in Africa not currently practicing multi-party democracy. The country has one of the world's last remaining absolute monarchies. The Swazi king rules the nation by decree. The country has a lot of interesting history that is shared on Independence Day. People get a better understanding of the events that have taken place in the country and led to the current leadership. The awareness creates a better series of patriotism among people, which is always good for unity and good morale. The celebrations last all day long, and people celebrate in their way, and they are different. Activities that traditional dances and performances that take place during the day. Today is also commemorated as Spirit Festival in China. Ghost Festival or Hungry Ghost Festival is celebrated every year in China, usually in August. This year it falls on September 6th. It's a special Chinese tradition where they honor their ancestors. The popular folk religion called Taoism includes days regarding dead people and their ghosts. These ghosts can be thousands of years old. It is believed that the spirits visit in the seventh month of the lunar calendar. For this occurrence, people usually the spirits visit in the seventh month of the lunar calendar. For this occurrence, people usually need to take special precautions and perform certain ceremonies. The festival is observed by many people around the country and it is a tradition that is still observed today. Ghost Festival is a holiday that usually takes place on the 15th day of 7th lunar month. This day usually falls in August in our Western calendar. It is traditionally observed by people in China. The main ceremony, which is usually held at dusk, is when they put out plates of food for the ghosts on the table. Here, the people note out, reporting their behavior to their ancestors, expecting to either receive a blessing or punishment from them. This night is also known for feasting. A place is sometimes left open at the table for the lost ancestor. Like we have Mahalaya Amavasya and Mahalaya Paksha. Similarly, in all traditions, irrespective of religion, they have similar practices. Today is also commemorated as National Tailgating Day in US on September 6th, which is observed on first Saturday in September and takes place on September 6th this year, observed on the first Saturday in September. National Tailgating Day is a day that encourages sports fans to attend tailgate parties. Tailgating is the custom of gathering outside stadiums before the kickoff of a game, usually football. There is no organized setup and these often take place at the tailgate of a pickup truck or a truck of a car. Tailgating includes few traditions such as grilling, while chill making competitions, and recipe challenges, encouraging friendly competition. If you have a favorite team and want to throw a tailgate party, this day is a perfect day to do it. Today is also commemorated as National Read a Book Day on September 6th in US. Calls the book lovers to indulge in their favorite hobby, guilt-free. Bringing new worlds to life, books enlighten us and transport us on exciting adventures. They can challenge our perspectives on the human experience in ways unmatched by other media. In a world deluged by technology, National Read a Book Day encourages us to silence the noise and turn the pages for a while. While National Read a Book Day is believed to have originated in the US, other details of the day's history are unclear. What is clear, though, it's Americans' love for books, and for many, this is a welcome day because 81% of us don't feel we spend much time reading as we'd like. So today is a perfect opportunity. The popularity of book clubs points to our organizing love for books. This date back to 1600s with reading has taken to a much more social element, influenced in large part by the Oprah Winfrey's Book Club starting in 1996. Oprah's Book Club recommended 70 books, contributing to over 55 million in sales and has been credited with inspiring millions of people to read books. Today is also commemorated as National Hummingbird Day in US, which is celebrated on the first Saturday in September every year, and this year it falls on September 6th. Use this opportunity to educate yourself and others on how to care for and support these amazing creatures while also partaking in a variety of activities focused on them. Some communities celebrate this day with activities that include educational programs, hummingbird viewings, and field trips. Hummingbirds share the raising of the chicks, and males live a lot of shorter because they use so much energy defending their nest. They use a lot of energy in flying and need to rest every 15 minutes, so that we must take our gardens hummingbird friendly. The historical evolution of hummingbirds has not been traced to any verifiable or scientifically researched source. Their first public sighting was published in a journal by a French explorer on the travel to Brazil. Their ability to have survived millions of years must have been difficult to their size and structure. Hummingbirds, as beautiful and precious as they are, and only found in Americans, especially in North and South America. Hummingbirds are those colorful birds distinguished by their ability to hover midair rapidly, flapping their wings, which produces the humming sound. They are characteristically known for their sound. They are attracted to the flowering plants, especially deep throated flowers, and feed on the nectar for survival. Their reliance on nectar has helped in the development of new humming species. Influenced by the changes in the flowers, the number of species is still growing, but about 360 species of hummingbirds currently exist. Even with their aggressive nature, as many as 25 different species of hummingbird can survive and coexist in the same place. The hummingbird Even though these creatures have survived a long time without the direct and active intervention or help of man, this is currently changing as more information is being gathered on their vulnerability and threats to the survival. National Hummingbird Day exists to celebrate these beautiful flying creatures. It recognizes their importance in pollinating our flowers and identify threats and situations that are harmful to them. It also encourages safer practices that will ensure their survival. Today is also commemorated as National Coffee Ice Cream Day in US on September 6th, celebrating a combination that has swept the world by storm since at least 1990. This day recognizes a particular flower that often goes unnoticed. Not anymore. Coffee ice cream lovers, today is your day. In the sun, those who have yet to expand their frozen desert palate, get ready to taste Today is also commemorated as Great Egg Toss Day in US on September 6th every year. This day celebrates the sport of egg tossing. Egg toss game has a world championship. While most people find it difficult to believe, there is a sport called egg toss. Not bad. Egg toss is usually associated with Easter in US, but now celebrated throughout the year. So let us look at how the game is played and interesting facts about egg toss game. Egg tossing is a fun and simple game where people play in teams. The rules are quite easy. One member of the two-person game tosses an egg to another. There are two categories in the game, tosser and catcher. The tosser is one who throws the egg and the other player is a catcher. The game is played starting at 10 meters apart. If the egg does not break, they step apart and the toss is separate. The game goes on till one egg remains unbroken. So you need to ensure that you have unbroken egg at the end. The history of the egg toss game is interesting. The game is said to have originated about 1322 years in the Lincolnshire village. Back in the medieval times, the only Persian who had chickens encouraged church attendance by giving local alms to of one egg. So the egg throwing festival would be held during Easter of the church. During those times, the priest would give out hard-boiled eggs to everyone, which would then be tossed around. There is also commemorated as Fight Procrastination Day in US on September 6th. It is an opportunity for you to face your procrastination issues head on. We all have been victims of that powerful urge to push an important task to a further date. Sometimes procrastination could be a result of daunting nature of the task or simply because you are not feeling up to it. No matter the reason, procrastination can be a major spanner in their work, straining mental and physical health. This observance aiming at promoting efforts geared towards combating procrastination in all its forms. Today is also commemorated as Carl Gardner Federal Lands Cleanup Day in US on the first Saturday after Labor Day. It will take place in September 6th this year. The day is observed with programs, ceremonies, and activities that promote the cleanliness and upkeep of federal lands. With the celebrations, America hopes to see more and more people taking up their civic duties of keeping public Day is also commemorated as Bonaire Flag Day on September 6th each year in Netherlands. Bonaire Flag Day is a traditional public holiday celebrated in Bonaire, an island municipality of the Netherlands. Caribbean Netherlands does not have a single national flag. They use the flag of Netherlands instead. However, the islands also have their unique flag. Come on, let's take a trip to Bonaire. Bonaire Island was initially populated by Arawak Indians who came from nearby Venezuela. According to researchers, they have been living on Bonaire since 1000 AD. This changed in 1499 when the Spanish emperor's empire claimed the island on behalf of Spanish Empire. For more than 100 years, the Spanish ruled the island. However, the Dutch took control of the island in 1636 by winning So the flag of Bonaire was developed in 1981. One of the notable creators of the Bonaire flag was Whitney Smith. As American vexillologist, the flag contains two triangles separated by a diagonal white stripe on a rectangular base. This larger triangle is blue. Bonaire Flag Day is celebrated on the traditional date when European explorers first arrived on the island. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us. See you all tomorrow with the same joining link with different commemorations and celebrations. Before leaving, we request everyone to quickly fill the form which has been raised in the form of polls. We'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.